Welcome to Oxford News This Week. I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Terry Stiles. Happy New Year, everybody. In this week's news, say hello to the new manager, and Oxford Middle School students are in the money.
Stay tuned, learn more about these stories and others. The Oxford News begins right now. In November, Oxford School District voters approved a $28 million bond proposal and a 5-year sinking fund. Superintendent Tim Throne said many members of the community have been eagerly awaiting the start of improvement projects. On December 19th, Throne gave a presentation to the Board of Education. It provided an overview on the anticipated schedule of improvement projects that will be using money from the bond and sinking fund.
After months of searching, the Oxford Village finally has a manager. Joseph Madore started his new job as manager on December 18th. Madore said he's looking forward to helping getting things back on track in Oxford after a topsy-turvy year. This year, the village lost a manager, police chief, Downtown Development Authority director, and a clerk due to termination, resignation, and retirement.
Edison Township residents will be fined for repeat visits from the fire department. Some residents have been calling the fire department for help when they've fallen and not able to get up. After 8 repeat visits, they will begin paying a $75 fee. This was decided in a unanimous vote by the Edison Township Board in December 18th. The fee goes into effect January 1st, 2018. Fire Chief Jerry Morawski said that in one case, the township resident called for his services 40 times within an 8-month period.
Oxford Middle School students raised $7,500 for St. Jude's Children's Hospital in December. They had a Penny Wars event that was held at the Oxford Middle School before the holiday break. And 2008 Oxford grad Nicole Laidlaw presented the check to the hospital on behalf of the students. Laidlaw said she felt so proud to be from Oxford, and I don't blame her.
Lapeer resident James Cochran passed away December 20th. He was 79 years old. James was born in Oxford and built a home here in 1965. He lived in Oxford for 42 years. He was an avid golfer and enjoyed boating and traveling in his RV. He overcame heart disease in 1972 and had what is being called one of the oldest artificial heart valves in the country. Donations are suggested to be made to the American Heart Association on his behalf.
That's it for Oxford News This Week. If you'd like to learn more about these stories and others, you can catch us on our website at occtv.org, on YouTube, and of course, on your regular channel, Charter Channel 191 and AT&T Channel 99. And I want to give my condolences to the Cochran family.
Yep, definitely. Coming up on OCTV, our very own Cody Wright with the Sports Report. And you won't want to miss Auto Talk and Science in the News with Dave Kenny.
I'm Terry Stiles. Thanks for watching Oxford News This Week, where we bring your news closer to home.
And I'm Elgin Nichols. Remember, always be kind to your friends and neighbors, and thanks for watching.
There are those who dedicate themselves to a sense of honor, to a life of courage, and a commitment to something greater than themselves. They have always defended this nation and each other. They still do. The few, the proud, the Marines.
OCTV brings you some humor to relieve the excitement of local meetings. Watch Elgin and David explain the local politics with Minutes by Minutes, weekdays at 11:30 in the morning and 10:30 in the evening, keeping it local.
I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Dave Kenny. Each week, catch us on Minutes by Minute.
Don't miss it.
Welcome to Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny, and these stories are taken from the publication New Scientist. In our first story, how you breathe might betray you. The pattern of inhalations people make when they speak seem to be unique to each individual, which means an algorithm can be used to identify the speaker. The telltale sounds are determined by many factors, including lung capacity and the shape of the oral passageways. All these cause turbulence known as intervocalic breath sounds. Rita Singh at Carnegie Mellon University in Pennsylvania and her colleagues analyzed thousands of recordings of TV news anchors and interviewees. The researchers found that when analyzing inhalations only, their system could identify the correct speaker out of a group of 50 with nearly 75% accuracy. Singh has been working with law enforcement on ways to identify people who have made hoax or threatening phone calls. Even if a hoax caller scrambled their voice electronically to avoid giving themselves away, their breathing might be enough to give enough information to allow them to be identified. We're looking more deeply into this now, says Singh, so watch out. In our next story, no metal plates or screws needed. A new 3D printed ceramic implant mends broken legs by holding the fractured parts together, then turning into natural bone. The implant has the same strength as real bone and is made by Hala Zekhet at the University of Sydney in Australia and her colleagues. In previous studies, they showed the material could completely heal broken arm bones in rabbits. Now, in work yet to be published, they have shown that it can also repair large leg fractures in sheep. The 8 sheep in the study were able to walk on the implants immediately after surgery, with plaster cast helping to stabilize their legs for the first 4 weeks. The researchers saw complete healing in 25% of the fractures after 3 months and 88% after 1 year. X-rays showed that as the real bones grew back, the scaffolds gradually dissolved away. The team found that the sheep tolerated the implants well and there was no toxic side effects as they dissolved. They probably melded easily with existing bones because they had a similar composition, says Reichert. The body can't tell the difference, she says. This contrasts with many of the currently available treatments for broken bones. For example, metal leg plates and screws often cause discomfort, and bone grafts are often rejected by the recipient's immune system. The ink the team used in the 3D printing process was a mixture of calcium silicate, a mineral called gonite, and small amounts of strontium and zinc that are found as trace elements in bone. The implants were designed to be porous scaffolds so that natural bone and blood vessels could grow through them and restore the skeleton. Other groups are working on such synthetic bones also. For example, last year, Adam Jacobs at the Northwestern University in Illinois reported a 3D printed implant that is flexible and elastic enough to fit into any bone fracture and has been used to repair small defects in rat spines and monkey skulls. However, it may not be suitable for carrying heavy loads because it lacks the strength of real bone. Zreichert's results are impressive, says Jacobs, although their rigidity could mean they are not able to adequately repair complex defects. One advantage of his team's flexible implants is they can be easily cut, folded, and squeezed into shape during surgery. Surgeons love this quality as it makes the material easy to utilize in a variety of scenarios, he says. The next step for Zreichert and her colleagues is to test the implants in people. The aim is to initially use them to repair spinal defects and broken jaws, then larger fractures in load-bearing bones like the legs and hips. Wow. In our last story, a gene variant seems to be enough to make people live 10 years longer and protect them from diabetes. The gene is called SERPINE1 and is known to code for a protein that promotes aging. But a faulty variant of this gene arose 6 generations ago in an Amish group, causing the people who carry one copy of the variant to produce half as much of the protein. Douglas Vaughn at Northwestern University in Chicago and his team have now studied the gene in 177 members of the Old Order Amish community in Bern, Indiana. Of these, 43 people carried at least one copy of the variant. The team analyzed their DNA as well as other signs of aging, such as insulin resistance. They also worked out which of 221 dead relatives would have carried the gene variant and analyzed how long each of them lived. they found that people who carried at least one copy of the gene variant lived on average 10 years longer, dying at the median age of 85. People with the gene variant also had 30% lower levels of insulin when fasting, a sign of slower aging. None of the carriers in the variant developed diabetes, while 7% of those without the variant did. The carriers appear to be completely protected from diabetes, says Vaughn. Drugs that target the protein are already being developed, including one that might alleviate baldness, and it can happen soon enough. Well, that's it for this edition of Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny. Stay tuned to Oxford Community Television.
What's up, Wildcat fans? Cody here, once again with the Sports Report. Hope you all are having a good holiday. Hope all of the athletes are resting up and preparing for the cold, grinding season that still awaits ahead. We are excited, and I'm sure you all are as well. We're on a bit of a break for sports right now, so let's just check in real quick and see what games are coming up after the new year. First off, boys basketball take on Groves High School on the road on January 3rd. Freshman club plays first at 4 p.m., then following is JV at 5:30, and then varsity to top the night off at 7. The girls basketball team will be playing here at home, taking on Troy Athens on the 4th. JV plays first and freshman plays on the road. JV game starts at 5:30, and varsity will follow them up as usual at 7. On the flip side, though, Oxford and Avondale United hockey team will be taking on West Bloomfield on the road in Lakeland on the 3rd. Most of our games this year, home and away, have both been played at the Detroit Skate Club, so just a heads up, this game is not. Puck is set to drop at 7:20 p.m. The boys swim and dive team have a couple of meets coming up. On the 11th, we are set to dive in against Rochester at 6 p.m. and then once again on the 18th against Stony Creek, same time. And last but surely not least, the wrestling club has a meet on the road in Rochester on the 3rd, also at 6 p.m. And then a few days later, we head over to Catholic Central on the 6th to hit the mat bright and early, 9 a.m. Like I said, these are some upcoming events, and due to the holiday break, we have nothing recently to report on. For more info on details on these events and more, go to oxfordathletics.org. There are plenty of statistics, schedules, and more if you need them, all right there at oxfordathletics.org. While you are at it, might as well check us out at OCCTV.org. All of our coverage of these events, along with many other programs we have put together just for you, can be found on our YouTube page, which can be found through the website. Once again, that is OCCTV.org. And that's about all for this week's report. I want to thank you all for watching. Until next time, I am Cody Wright. Go Wildcats.
There's a lot of history to Oxford. Hidden around every corner, deep in every crack, and sometimes right in front of you, waiting to be discovered. If you just dig a little, you'll find the great history of our beautiful town. Welcome to historic Oxford.
Hi, I'm Julie Hogan. Welcome to your weekly calendar of events, where we feature your weekly community events for Oxford and Addison Township, including charities, special fundraisers, and general community information. If you or your organization would like us to help you get your message out to our viewing public, please contact us at 248-628-9658 or go to our website, occtv.org. The Oxford Chamber of Commerce would like to make networking not only helpful to your business, but fun as well. To help with this goal, the folks at the Chamber have scheduled great monthly events to help you meet people who are potential customers or referral partners. This is also a great resource to locate services you may need within your own community. Best of all, these events are free. Join the Oxford Chamber of Commerce for one of their upcoming monthly networking events called the Coffee Connect. This is an informal meeting where you can enjoy a cup of coffee or tea with other folks on their way to work. It's a great way to start your day. The next Coffee Connect event will be held on Tuesday, January 9th from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. at Soothe Your Soul, located at 925 North Lapeer Road in Suite 113 in downtown Oxford. If you'd like more information about this or other upcoming events by the Chamber, please go to their website, oxfordchamber.net, and click on Events. Be sure to join the Oxford Township Library for the Hemingway in Michigan exhibit's grand opening on Friday, January 12th at 2 p.m. The Hemingway exhibit, on loan from the Clark Historical Library at Central Michigan University, explores the years that Ernest Hemingway spent in Michigan and the literature he wrote about this state. Special artifacts will also be on display and light refreshments will be served. This event will be held fireside in the adult reading room. Also, don't forget, the Oxford Public Library will continue to host its Thursday night music in the atrium for your listening pleasure. The next musical group, Hurdy-Gurdy Crafters of Metamora, will perform Thursday, January 18th at 7 p.m. For more info on these events and others, contact the Oxford Library at 248-628-3034 or go to their website at miopl.net and click on Events. Find your new year fuzzy friend and help them find a forever home. K9 Stray Rescue League will be hosting doggy adoptions at the Harvest Time Farm Market located at 1125 South Lapeer Road in Oxford. Adoptions are held on the second and the fourth Saturdays of each month from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. In addition to helping these dogs find loving homes, this group also works with organizations that use dogs to help people in need, such as Leader Dogs for the Blind and the U.S. Customs Agents. For more information about this or other adoption events, go to k9stray.com or call 248-628-0435. Are you tech challenged in our techie world? Trying to make sense of a new iPhone, Kindle, or computer? Never fear, the Addison Township Library is here to help you figure it all out with these great but sometimes frustrating gadgets. Join the Addison Township Library on Tech Wednesdays for much needed help and guidance with your device. Sessions are held every Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Also at the Addison Library, join the Genealogy Society on the second Thursday of each month at 6 p.m. Learn about your past and discover yourself while you share your passion for genealogical research, discover software and online sites, and learn how to read antique handwriting. If you'd like more information about either of these events, please call 248-628-7180 or stop by the library located at 1400 Rochester Road in Leonard. You can also visit their website, addisontownship.mishlibrary.org. If you own a business, belong to an organization, you can become a sponsor or underwriter for OCTV. A promotional spot will be created just for you, and our broadcast announcers will give you continuous recognition. It's a great way to show your community support and promote your business or organization. For more information, contact our station manager, Bill Service, at 248-628-9658 or email him at manager@occtv.org. Also, don't forget, you can locate our OCTV program schedule by going to our website and clicking on Schedule. There you'll find a list of great OCTV programs, dates, and times. One program I recommend you check out is Connie's Kitchen, hosted by Connie Miller. Be sure to join her for a variety of recipes and great tips around the kitchen that are guaranteed to please. One thing for sure is that Connie always finds fun and interesting ways to mix it up and keep you entertained. I'm Julie Hogan, and this is Oxford Community TV's weekly calendar of events. Join us next week to learn more about interesting events happening in your neighborhood. Until then, make it a great week, and thank you for watching.
Abigail Adams here, just checking up on our springtime goat work on the Polly Ann Trail. What's that? Trash on our beautiful trail? Oh, that makes me so happy. We've got so many trash cans all over the trail. It's a beautiful day on the trail, but oh no, this could end badly. Wow, that sure was nice. Folks know not to hog the road. Even goats share. Hey, that gets my goat. Where are you going? Even I have to be out here on a leash. You sure are a nice dog, but stay away from those weeds. I'm gonna eat them later. What a beautiful gift, our Polly Ann Trail. I've got to hit the trail. I hope you will too.
Hi, everybody. I'm Terry Stiles.
And I'm Bill Service. I'm the producer of our Community Access. For nearly 10 years, Terry and I have been bringing our Community Access into your living rooms to keep you informed about what's happening in our communities.
We've all had great fun at our community events such as Lone Ranger and Strawberry Festivals.
We brought you natural wonders such as bees and ceremonies to bless them.
We've kept you informed of election issues and how your votes affect all of us.
And we've told you about our local artist important fundraisers that help the ones you love.
We've helped you get to know our new business neighbors and much, much more.
But we're not done yet. There's much more we plan to cover, so watch us weekdays on Charter Channel 191 and AT&T Channel 99 at 9:30 at 1, then at 7 o'clock, and Saturday at 9:30.
See you there.
Welcome to this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and these stories are taken from the publication Automotive News. In our first story, General Motors Canada will indeed assemble the GMC Sierra and Chevrolet Silverado at its Oshawa plant, but they won't be the redesigned 2019 models. GM unveiled a sleeker, more aerodynamic 2019 Silverado on December 20th in Texas. Indeed, the plant will finish assembling and paint outgoing 2018 models shipped to Oshawa from Fort Wayne, Indiana for the foreseeable future. GM CEO Mary Barra recently told investors she expects Oshawa to produce 60,000 trucks a year. Jerry Dias, president of Canada's Unifor Union, said he doesn't know when production of the current model will end. GM is spending more than $310 million to upgrade Oshawa's consolidated line, which used to build the Equinox but will now build trucks. The existing Flex line, which has the ability to produce multiple different vehicles at one time, currently produces the Cadillac XTS and Chevrolet Impala. The upgrade was part of a 4-year contract with the automaker, and Unifor, the union which represents GM workers in Ontario, agreed to in September of 2016. Meanwhile, GM is spending nearly $3 billion alone to upgrade factories in Michigan, Indiana, and Mexico to build the next Silverado and Sierra. It's a sleeker, more aerodynamic version with expanded powertrain options and functionality for the 2019 model year. And in Michigan, American Havel Motor Technology LLC plans to spend $3.5 million building an R&D center in the Detroit suburb of Farmington Hills, Michigan. The unit of Chinese SUV and pickup manufacturer Great Wall Motor Company plans to build or hire 150 over the next 5 years to staff the facility, according to Michigan Economic Development Corporation memo and Michael Geitzen, Senior Business Development Project Manager. Hiring is expected to start in January. Great Wall last summer expressed an interest in acquiring Fiat Chrysler Automobile's Jeep brand, but then backed away from its initial statements. Operations at the company's first R&D facility in North America will focus on meeting U.S. environmental and safety rules, according to the state memo. American Havel plans to lease a 16,000 square foot building, Geitzen said in an email statement. It also intends to delve into autonomous vehicle technology there, the memo said. The Michigan Economic Development Corporation on December 19th awarded American Havel a $1.5 million performance-based grant through its Michigan Strategic Fund. Havel is one of Great Wall's brands and focuses on SUVs. Its only other U.S. presence is a small marketing office in California. And on the recall front, Fiat Chrysler Automobile said on December 22nd it would recall about 1.8 million Ram trucks in the U.S., Canada, Mexico, and some other markets to fix a function that prevents occupants from inadvertently moving the shifter out of the park position. The recall applies to several Ram models from the 2009, that is, to 2017 model years with shifters mounted on the steering column. It does not apply to vehicles with rotary dial or floor-mounted shifters, and it does not apply to 2017 trucks built after December 31, 2016. FCA said it is aware of 7 potentially related injuries and a small number of potentially related accidents. An FCA U.S. review of field data led to the discovery that brake transmission shift interlock, or BTSI, may not function properly if subject to specific high temperature conditions for prolonged periods, FCA said in a statement. The conditions are consistent with those that occur when there is a protracted brake pedal application while a vehicle is idling in park. If BTSI becomes disabled, a vehicle shifter may be moved out of park without brake pedal application or the presence of a key in the ignition. In such circumstances, a vehicle may exhibit inadvertent movement if its parking brake has not been set. About 1.5 million vehicles are being recalled in the U.S., along with another 249,500 units in Canada. FCA US will restore BTSI function in the vehicle subject to this recall, Tom McCarthy, FCA's head of safety compliance and product analysis, said in a statement. Nevertheless, as always, we urge customers to use their parking brakes as recommended and to ensure that child occupants are not left unattended. Well, that's all for this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and as always, may the wind be at your back as you cruise down life's highways.